Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready up!
Now Hall to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Richardson. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Sliding out of the pocket. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Richardson looking to throw this. And this is incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's taken in by Arroyo. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now it's Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, alert, alert. Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for a Tampa Bay. 1st and 10.
Alert. Hey, alert 33. Run. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Alert. 20. What's up?
Baker going to give it to Irvin. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he is met in his lost tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Good. 180. Real. Point it right. Stop.
Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 off. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Richardson looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Johnson to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Regular. 180. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hurry. Run. Kings. What's up?
Now Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
180.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And out of bounds. three. 25 yards that time.
Buccaneers, first down.
Point it right, point it right, point it
First
right.
and goal at the 3-yard line.
Good. Pistol, pistol. Up. 20. Hey, alert 33. Real. What's up?
And again, it's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Come on. Hey. Hawk 70.
Smith in motion right. Now Richardson back to throw it. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 2nd and 9.
Run. Set. 180. Kings. Alert. What's up?
To throw, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
9 yards to go.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
180. Point it right. Pistol.
Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. They're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
There's a short one taken in by Alton. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
20 right.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Real. 180.
Mayfield down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17 to 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half.
Here we go.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to look deep down the field. us down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Hey, alert, alert, alert! Kings, got.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Buccaneers, first down.
Real.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Second and 10.
Now back to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Emeka Egbuka
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
24, Jets 10.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's good.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Complete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Paul want to give up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
180! What's up?
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They run out of the gun with Irving. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now 2nd and 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real. 180. Hey, alert 33.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Kings, up. What?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Stop.
Irving will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
They go play action with Richardson.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hurt.
And Richardson yet again.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
70, Timberwolves.
Here's Richardson to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready?
Now a 2nd and 2.
Come on. Hit. Go.
Now it's Richardson.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with his sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a legal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on his spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 15.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Here's Mayfield.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
2nd down and 3.
What's up?
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop?
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
18, 5 in.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Richardson going to change the play here.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
2nd and 4. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. One more time with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
31. Jets 17.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Johnson jostles free. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Oh, what a move. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Up, up. Pistol. Kings. Alert. Hey, alert 30. What's up?
Now Mayfield. That is caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15.
Once again, it's Irving. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Real. 180!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
A 4-yard gain.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just
picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away.